Core Concepts for Open Architecture AV Design. Chapter 7. Programming the ARC-3. The ARC-3 is one of our most popular controllers. It delivers powerful features and is easy to use. The learning objectives for this chapter are: to recognize the Symetrix ARC-3 controller and explain its capabilities. Learn to configure menus and menu items on the ARC-3 to control basic audio functions and complex logic-based events. Explore dynamic menus, a unique feature of an ARC-3. And understand how to use DSP parameter value and menu value displays to determine the actual range of an assigned fader. Symetrix manufactures 3 different lines of remote control devices: the ARC series, the W series, and the T series of touchscreens. Any device, such as a smartphone, laptop, or iPad that has the ability to send control commands across a network or via RS-232, may be used as a remote control. Composer uses control numbers to identify which parameter to adjust, based on the control command issued by the remote control device. Nearly any parameter within Composer can be assigned a control number. This chapter will focus on the programming ARC series of wall panel remote controls. Other devices are discussed elsewhere in this course. ARC stands for Adaptive Remote Control. Let's start with the ARC-3. The ARC-3 displays up to 32 menus, each with up to 32 items used to control basic audio functions such as volume, preset and source selection, or complex logic-based events like room combining. To assign a parameter to a new ARC-3, right-click on the specific object to be controlled, for example, a fader handle. Then select Setup to Remote Control. From the Setup Remote Control window, choose Add New ARC. To assign a parameter to an existing ARC-3, right-click on the specific object to be controlled. Then select Setup to Remote Control. From the Setup Remote Control window, choose Add New ARC. Composer will offer to auto-assign the next available control number, or you can configure these manually. The fader in this example is now programmed to be controlled by an ARC-3. Open the ARCs tab of the Remote Control Manager from the Tools menu. Double-click on the ARC-3 device to open the ARC-3 dialog. ARC description displays the ARC-3 name. Select the A button to open the ARC-3 image menu to edit the description. Type a descriptive name for the ARC-3. Choose the display font for the ARC-3 description, and decrease or increase the font size as desired. Use the up, down, left, right, and reset buttons to adjust the placement of the description on the display. Reset will bring the description back to its default position of 0, 0. Holding down Control while pressing one of the 4 placement buttons will increase the position in increments of 4. Background images of 239 by 24 pixel monochrome bitmaps can also be used. They are imported, and the placement adjusted, from this window. Select OK when finished. Every RS-485 ARC device must have a unique address. The address entered here must match the address of the physical hardware to be programmed. Up to 99 RS-485 devices are supported per site file. The RS-485 devices may be connected to any Symetrix DSP on a common control network. The physical address of the ARC-3 is set using the System menu. To enter the System menu, press and hold all 3 buttons for 3 seconds. Navigate to the address field using the left and right arrows. The physical address of the ARC-3 and the address of the ARC-3 in Composer must match. The Dynamic ARC Enable option is a unique feature of an ARC-3. It allows the ARC-3 to be enabled or completely disabled based on the status of a control number. For example, The event scheduler in Composer could be used to restrict the usage of an ARC-3, enabling it to be used only between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. To enable a dynamic ARC, check the box for Dynamic ARC Enable, then choose a unique controller number from 1 to 10,000. In this example, controller number 50 is used. To set up this dynamic menu in Composer, bring in a one-button latched module from the toolkit in Design View under Control Modules, Control Inputs. Double-click the module and create two presets, one with the button saved in the on state, and one with the button saved in the off state. When that control number is at a value of 65535, the ARC-3 will be enabled. When the control number is at a value of 00000, the ARC-3 will be locked and disabled. From the toolkit, add a one-output remote control number module from Control Modules Control Outputs and wire the one-button latched module to it. Open the remote control number module, type the control number that will be used to trigger the dynamic ARC. When preset 1 is triggered, the latched button will turn on, giving the control number 50 a value of 65535, enabling the ARC-3. The presets that dynamically enable and disable the ARC-3 can be scheduled using the event scheduler in Composer software. Slide the bar to adjust the brightness of the display for each setting. Check the Auto Adjust Brightness settings for ambient light box to enable the ARC to automatically adjust to a room's ambient light. Check the Brighten button LEDs when buttons pressed box to enable the LEDs to brighten when they are pressed. To set the idle delay time, enter the amount of time, between 1 and 600 seconds, desired to pass before the ARC-3 goes into idle mode. The default idle delay time is 60 seconds. Checking the Show Date Time box will display the date and time in idle mode. Time can be displayed in 12 or 24-hour mode. The date display format is also adjustable. To add or edit a display message while in idle mode, select the A button to open ARC-3 image menu to edit the message. The idle message is blank by default. Type the message in the text box. Choose the display font, and decrease or increase the font size as desired for the idle message. Use the up, down, left, right, and reset buttons to adjust the placement of the idle message. Reset will bring the message back to its default position of 0, 0. Holding down Control while pressing one of the 4 placement buttons will increase the position in increments of 4. Background images of 239 by 24 pixel monochrome bitmaps can also be used. They are imported, and the placement adjusted, from this window. Select OK when finished. To enable sleep mode, check the box labeled Enable Sleep Mode. When sleep mode is active, the ARC has a blank display. To set the delay time, enter the desired amount of time, between 1 and 600 seconds, that passes before the ARC-3 goes into sleep mode. The default delay time is 60 seconds. The ARC-3 LEDs can also be turned off while in sleep mode. The proximity detector wakes and prevents idle and sleep. Check this box to enable the ARC-3 to detect when someone is within the close proximity. Check the Revert to First menu from Idle Sleep box to bring the ARC-3 back to the first menu when it awakens. Check the Enable Security box to require the entry of a 4-digit security PIN when accessing the ARC-3, then enter the PIN. Check the Allow System/Diagnostic menu access box to enable access. Select the Edit button to edit a highlighted existing menu. The menu name displays the ARC-3 menu name. To edit the menu name, select the A button to open ARC-3 image menu. Type the menu name in the text box. Choose the display font, and decrease or increase the font size as desired for the menu name. Use the up, down, left, right, and reset buttons to adjust the placement of menu name. Reset will bring the menu name back to its default position of 0, 0. Holding down Ctrl while pressing one of the 4 placement buttons will increase the position in increments of 4. Background images of 239 by 24 pixel monochrome bitmaps can also be used. They are imported, and the placement adjusted, from this window. Menu controller number field is used to set or edit the controller number that the menu will control. The Dynamic Menu Enable checkbox is used to make the menu available when the dynamic menu's control number is active. To configure the dynamic menu, check the box for Dynamic ARC Enable, enter a remote control number, and then choose the controller number from 1 to 10,000. When the control number value is 65535, the selected dynamic menu item will be available. For example, in a room combine application, the Volume 1 menu can be made to appear only when in combined state, and disappear when in an uncombined state. In this room combine example, the same control number as defined in the Dynamic ARC Remote Control Number field is also assigned to the Combine button. When the Combine button is on, the ARC-3's Volume 1 menu will appear. When the Combine button is off or the rooms are uncombined, the menu will disappear. Don't accept menu changed value until menu button press checkbox forces the menu button to be pressed before accepting any change made in that menu. Wraparound menu values. When highest or lowest values reach checkbox will enable a menu to wrap around instead of scroll. As an example, if the menu goes from 1 to 10, after 10 is reached, the menu will wrap around to 1 instead of having to scroll from 10 back to 1. Menu types function in either of 2 different ways. Continuous menus act like a fader, and enumerated menus act like a button or selector. The DSP parameter value and menu value display are used to determine the actual range of the assigned fader. The menu value display is used to determine whether the value is displayed in dB increments with off when it reaches the lower limit, as a % value, or count. Increment-decrement steps are programmed to a set value in dB. The Enumerated Menu Items window displays the list of items or enumerations in the menu currently being edited. The New Item button adds a new item to the menu items list. The Remove Item button deletes the currently selected menu item. The selected item name gives the menu item a friendly or descriptive name. This name will appear on the ARC's display. To edit the item name, go to the Edit ARC-3 window. Use the Move Up and Move Down buttons to reposition selected menus. The Remove button deletes the selected menu. Use the Add Preset Menu button to create new preset menus that can be recalled from the ARC. For preset menus, menu name displays the preset menu name. To edit the menu name, select the A button to open ARC-3 image menu. Type the menu name in the text box. Choose the display font, and decrease or increase the font size as desired for the menu name. Use the Up, Down, Left, Right, and Reset buttons to adjust the placement of menu name. Reset will bring the menu name back to its default position of 0, 0. Holding down Ctrl while pressing one of the 4 placement buttons will increase the position in increments of 4. Background images of 239 by 24 pixel monochrome bitmaps can also be used. They are imported, and the placement adjusted, from this window. Select OK when finished. Dynamic Menu Enable checkbox is used to enable the menu when the dynamic menu is active. Preset menus can also be set to require a menu button press to recall the selected preset, and the menu can be programmed to wrap around or scroll between the available items. The Menu Items window contains the list of items or enumerations in the menu currently being edited. Change order up and down buttons are used to reposition the currently selected menu item. The New Item button adds an item to the menu items list. The Remove Item button deletes the currently selected menu item. The menu item name gives the preset menu item a descriptive name. To edit the name of the preset menu item, first use the preset number dropdown to select the item to edit. The menu name displays the preset menu item name. To edit the menu name, select the A button to open ARC-3 image menu. Type the menu item name in the text box. Choose the display font, and decrease or increase the font size as desired for the menu item name. Use the up, down, left, right, and reset buttons to adjust the placement of menu name. Reset will bring the menu name back to its default position of 0, 0. Holding down Control while pressing one of the 4 placement buttons will increase the position in increments of 4. Background images of 239 by 24 pixel monochrome bitmaps can also be used. They are imported, and the placement adjusted, from this window. Select OK when finished. The Add Notes button opens the Notes dialog box to enter or edit notes for the ARC-3 menu currently being edited. The final step is to save the ARC-3 programming. To summarize, the Symetrix ARC-3 is one of our most popular controllers. The ARC-3 displays up to 32 menus, each with up to 32 items used to control basic audio functions, or complex logic-based events like room combining. Dynamic menus are a unique feature of an ARC-3. For example, a dynamic menu may be well suited to room combine applications. Programming the ARC-3 provides a great deal of flexibility. For example, the DSP parameter value and menu value display are used to determine the actual range of the assigned fader.